Christopher Zweig, and this week on CJ at the Movies, I got some new films starring Wile E, Coyote, Willem Dafoe, and Matthew McConaughey. Let's take a look. Our first movie is Coyote vs. Acme,
which Looney Tunes fans know was originally shelved, but found the light of day thanks to Ketchup Entertainment distributing it, as it did with the last Looney movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up. We all know that Wile E. Coyote buys his explosives and contraptions from the Acme Corporation to try to capture the Roadrunner, but in this movie he decides to sue them with the help of a personal injury lawyer played by Forte. The head of Acme is Foghorn Leghorn, and his best lawyer is played by Cena. Coyote vs. Acme is based on a comedy article in The New Yorker, and without using basketball or IP indulgence, the movie has a lot of My Cousin Vinny fun with the Looney Tunes characters and actors, and still has that crossover appeal for both kids and adults. There have been many attempts to live up to the high standards of Who Framed Roger Rabbit in its combination of animation and live action, and without trying too hard here, this is the kind we need in the 2020s, and it's fun. So, meet, see it.
Our next movie is Tony,
the new biopic on the late chef Anthony Bourdain, with Dominic Sessa playing a 19-year-old Tony who is an ambitious writer until he discovers a passion for cooking in the kitchen. The time is 1975, and as the film begins, he's rejected a fellowship at a college and reunites with a high school crush of his, played by Emilia Jones, who is spending the summer in Provincetown. Sneaking out of his New Jersey home, he takes a bus and ferry ride to find her, and he ends up working in a seafood joint owned by Antonio Banderas. Tony was directed by Matt Johnston, who writes it with some angry, hungry, and consistent vibes with Todd Bartels, Lou Howe, and Matthew Miller. It delivers those qualities with a reminder on what Anthony Bourdain has contained in his career. These are just the early stages, and they're not as easy as they should be. In fact, his life wasn't as easy as his cooking was. But that doesn't mean Tony nor the documentary Roadrunner are depressing films, because despite the subject matters, they aren't. And Sessa, in his best performance since his breakout role in The Holdovers, shares some laughs, dialogue, and timing with Banderas, Jones, and Leo Woodall as a tough junkie chef. Tony is another delicious film version of Anthony Bourdain's story, and you should make a reservation.
Next up, It Ends,
an indie horror movie about a group of friends who take a drive and can't find the turn. They keep driving and driving until they start to ponder if they're in some kind of vortex or purgatory, and they don't even know if they're really dead. They're all played by great young actors we probably haven't heard of yet: Mitchell Cole, Akira Jackson, Noah Tooth, and Finhas Yu. Even though they keep driving, they still have a quarter tank of gas left, and even after 24 hours, they're not even tired or hungry. And they come across a bunch of desperate people like they're in some kind of zombie movie. It would be inevitable that driving this long can drive people up the wall. In fact, there are long car drives that make us feel like we're in some kind of vortex sometimes. So I guess that's how It Ends wants to set up. The movie is also the directorial debut of Alexander Olam, who also edited and got the financings thanks to a viral YouTube video, a comment, and an investor from a VR poker game. And while the story doesn't reinvent the horror wheel like Backrooms and Obsession has lately, it still is interesting with how this vortex is playing out and how the young actors deliver in their roles. It keeps on driving and driving, and yet you don't feel carsick, so see it.
Next up, The Birthday Party,
a party drama that has more drinks and paparazzi than a story. Willem Dafoe plays a wealthy Greek businessman in 1975 who celebrates his daughter's 25th birthday party on his private island with a number of guests. Carmen Sonne plays his daughter, who is in a forbidden romance with a writer played by Ian Forster, who is set to write his autobiography. And to make things even better, she is pregnant and Dafoe refuses to let that baby be born. The actor does have the convictions to convince us of how unlikable and powerful his character is, and Sonne delivers with the kind of passion you'd expect from a strong-willed daughter of a guy like that, but the movie never really sells us on them. It just throws in music, dancing, paparazzi, pathos, and supporting characters, but it never really tells us a story. In fact, I'm not even sure what the point of all this is. The better Dafoe movie to see in theaters is Late Fame, which has a real character study. As for The Birthday Party, you hope your invitation gets lost in the mail, so skip it.
And our last movie is The Rivals of Amziah King,
which is a small gem this late summer starring Matthew McConaughey as the title character, who is a lovable beekeeper and musician. He's loved by a lot of people, and even his foster daughter Kateri, played by newcomer Angelina LookingGlass, who left the foster care system and now works in a diner. He becomes her mentor in the wonderful world of bees. So all is going great and everyone is happy, until tragedy strikes and now Kateri becomes the main heroine of the film, and whatever has happened might have something to do with an agricultural tycoon played by Kurt Russell. The Rivals of Amziah King was written and directed by Andrew Patterson, who made his debut with The Vast of Night, and both these movies he wrote under the pseudonym James Montague. In his second film, he shows a dangerous, stylish, riveting, and sometimes comical look with the bee industry. He starts with some high spirits, centers with some pathos, and continues with a revenge plot, and it all delivers. Angelina LookingGlass is also a singer with a Native American heritage of 4 tribes, and now that she makes her film debut with The Rivals of Amziah King, I have to say she's the film's queen bee, full of spirit, courage, and determination, and she also has fresh collaborations with McConaughey, Jake Horowitz as a discharged Marine, Scott Shepard as a boomhauer, and Cole Sprouse as a fast food employee. In a summer of crime movies under the radar, this movie has the actors delivering their dialogue and outfits, the story challenging our senses, and the music elevating the honey world. And I assure you the bees are real and not CGI. In summation, this is a great B picture, so see it.
Recap from this week's new movies: thumbs up for Coyote vs. Acme, thumbs up for Tony, thumbs up for It Ends, thumbs down for The Birthday Party, and thumbs up for The Rivals of Amziah King. Well, that's all, folks. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies.